Everywhere I go, I hear people who are making money out of Bitcoin mining. I want to know how to make money mining Bitcoin too. So this week I've got a very special guest on our show, and we're going to learn how to mine Bitcoin. Greg Morris is the CEO of RLB Systems, and he's a Bitcoin miner. Greg, I've got my hard hat on. Do I need it for our Bitcoin mining excursion?
Probably not, Ran.
What is Bitcoin mining? How does it work?
Essentially, Bitcoin mining is the decentralized network of computers that confirm Bitcoin transactions on the blockchain.
So the blockchain is a decentralized bunch of computers that confirm transactions. Are you saying that every single one of those computers is actually a miner?
The computers that confirm transactions are miners, correct.
Can I just plug my laptop in and start mining Bitcoin? Is that how it works?
You could do that in theory. You'd have to download some mining software. In fact, there's Mac-specific software that allows you to mine Bitcoin and other cryptos. But ultimately, your machine's too slow, and you're going to mine at a rate of roughly 10,000 times less than you need to make it profitable.
So what do I need to actually mine Bitcoin properly?
You need a dedicated piece of machinery called an ASIC miner. It's an application-specific computing product dedicated to the task.
So I buy this special computer, which is made only for mining Bitcoin.
Correct.
Does it look like a computer?
It sort of looks like a toaster.
It looks like a toaster.
Looks like a toaster with a big fan on the one side.
And I plug it in.
Plug it in.
And this thing just runs, and I earn Bitcoin.
So it runs a version of Linux. You then typically decide whether you want to mine as an individual miner or whether you want to mine as part of a pool.
What's the difference between mining as an individual and being part of this pool?
So mining as an individual is called solo mining, and essentially then you're betting on the probability of you solving the cryptographic puzzle, effectively, that the Bitcoin miner aims to solve.
But slow down. What is a cryptographic puzzle? Explain to me, is it not as simple as I plug in my laptop and my laptop confirms transactions?
No,
what is a
it's not.
cryptographic puzzle?
So it's essentially a very complicated algorithm that is solved iteratively using this ASIC miner. And you compete against all the other miners to see who can essentially solve this puzzle first.
So what you're saying is, I plug in my computer, you plug in your computer, somebody else plugs in their computer, and we're all competing to solve an algorithm.
Correct.
And the first one to solve the algorithm is the one that gets the reward.
Correct.
And
Correct.
what is the reward for solving the algorithm?
So the reward currently is 12.5 Bitcoins, which is currently the block.
So 12.5 Bitcoins for every time I confirm a block.
Correct.
And who decides whether I'm going to be the one to even get this block to confirm?
That's a function of achieving this result first.
So the more powerful your computer, the more chance you have of solving this cryptographic algorithm.
Correct.
And being the one to confirm the transaction and therefore taking the 12.5 Bitcoins.
But now that simplifies things, because in practical terms, if you're mining on a solo basis, your chances of confirming first is equivalent to winning the lottery. So you could sit and mine and mine and mine and mine and earn nothing.
So what you're saying is much better to join a pool of miners.
Correct.
And kind of share the winnings between us.
Exactly.
Almost like a lottery. So if we
Exactly.
all buy a lottery ticket and we
Correct.
split the lottery winnings between us.
Correct.
What is this thing called cloud mining?
So cloud mining is effectively a mining farm where a company sets up a data center with hundreds or thousands of mining pieces of equipment, and they sell off capacity to individuals. So if you don't want to invest in your own mining equipment, you can invest in a share of an existing mine.
And then you've got much more chance of confirming the transaction, right?
No more chance of confirming the transactions than you would mining individually as part of a pool. The catch is, of course, you pay fees to be part of this mining pool, and you pay a premium for the equivalent hashing power, and hashing power is the computing power relative to what it would cost you to buy a piece of hardware.
Greg, in South Africa, electricity prices are high. We've got movements around data must fall. Can we make money, and how much money can we make mining in South Africa?
So in practical terms, if you take a single unit from Bitmain, the Antminer S9, which is their fastest machine, which mines at between 12.5 and 15 terahashes per second, you can earn net of electricity costs, let's say $15 a day, roughly speaking.
And what
at
does the
current
hardware cost?
prices. And the hardware is about $1,300 a unit.
And you can make $15 a day.
Yeah.
Great. So that's not the best return. I mean, you'll cover your machine $15 a day. You need 100 days to cover your machine.
That's a pretty decent
That's
return.
That's a great
investor.
return, actually.
Yeah. Exactly. There's a catch, of course. So there are a few catches. Firstly, you're betting on the Bitcoin price remaining roughly the same or growing. So there's a break-even point where if the price falls below that, you start to lose money. Although at the current pricing, it's pretty low, that break-even point. The other issue is as more miners join the pool, which typically happens while the price rises, there's a thing called a difficulty factor, which impacts what you can earn for every hash. So part of the algorithm limits the Bitcoin mining of a block to roughly 10 minutes. And if you can imagine, the more miners that join the pool, the likelihood of solving this puzzle sooner is going to increase. So in order to maintain the 10-minute time frame to earn a block, there's this difficulty factor within the algorithm increases over time. So essentially you earn less and less over time out of the same hardware. So eventually that hardware becomes redundant and you need to unplug it because it's going to cost you more in electricity than you earn.
But you can make money in South Africa mining Bitcoin.
In theory.
Great. Greg, thanks for joining us.